the ferocious eagle became docile in the man's arms and even allowed him to hold his own child. One day, the man was preparing to go out to sea as usual when he spotted a large creature struggling desperately in the water. Driven by curiosity, he swam closer and found it to be an eagle that had been injured and fallen into the sea. Eagles are widely known as birds of prey that prey on medium to large birds and animals, and the wingspan and body size of an adult eagle is frighteningly large. Anyone would be frightened if such a bird of prey appeared in front of them. At first, the man wanted to do nothing and just leave, but when he saw the eagle struggling to survive, he felt sorry for it and tried to rescue it from the water, carefully using tools. The eagle, perhaps sensing the man's good intentions, cooperated quietly and did not resist at all. The man gently stroked the eagle to calm it down and slowly touched around its wings to make sure there were no injuries. Eventually, the man found an inconspicuous scar on the eagle's wing and realized that this was the cause of its inability to fly. To help the eagle get well as quickly as possible, the man took it home and began treating and caring for it. According to the residents, the eagle lived nearby and may have still had young. The residents found a huge nest in the nearby forest, from which they could hear the eagle's young, so they assumed that the eagle in front of them was the mother of the young eagle, and that she had been injured when she went out to look for food and was in her current state. Upon hearing this information, the man decided to continue helping the eagle family, as he realized that if the eagle could not feed its young, the eaglets would not survive, and may even die. The man was soon led by a resident to the forest, where he found the eagle's nest in a tall tree. Fortunately, the nearby residents provided him with some simple protective gear, and the man used his mountaineering experience to skillfully climb the tree trunks and soon arrived at the nest site. As expected, the man found 2 baby eagles waiting for food in the nest. The young eagles cried anxiously, waiting for food from the mother eagle, but the mother eagle was injured and could not come here. The man carefully removed the baby eagles from the nest, placed them in his rucksack and gently returned them to the ground before taking the eagle family home. When the man returned home, he first took out the baby eagles and examined them closely. The eaglets had been starving for a long time and were listless, but the man hurriedly cut them up into small pieces of fish meat and fed them to them, which they devoured and soon finished the whole meal. The hungry eagle regained its energy and began to look adorable. The man also rebuilt a nest for the baby eagle, spread thick hay inside and gave it plenty of food. After calming the eaglets, the man took the injured mother eagle to the local animal shelter. After a doctor's examination, it was found that the eagle had broken her left wing, which prevented her from flying. Due to the severity of the injury, the man was told that recovery would take a long time, but in the meantime, he focused on providing the growing eaglets with the nutrition they needed and training them in natural living skills. As a result of the man's long hours of care, the baby eagles regained their strength and gained a completely different and stronger body than the first. The man also took care of the injured mother eagles, visiting them from time to time while they received treatment at the Animal Protection Center. Thus, the man, who thought that the eagle would soon recover, began to seriously consider the future of the eagle family. He knew that if the eagles were to live with him, they would lose their guard against humans, let their guard down, and potentially lose their lives. 6 months later, the baby eagles had grown up, were feathered, had sharp eyes and were fully capable of standing on their own as predators. The man decided to reintroduce them back into the wild and took them to the forest where their nest had once been and allowed them to fly freely under the blue sky. A few months later, the mother eagle regained her strength, and with the man, she gradually became more docile and trusting of him. The man skillfully held the eagle, and the eagle gently obeyed him. Finally, the man placed a locator in the eagle's claws and prepared to release him back into the wild. Finally, the eagle and his family were free, and although the man felt a little lonely, he understood that the wilderness was the eagle's true home. The man's kindness and sense of responsibility touched many people and made them realize the importance of wildlife conservation. It is thanks to his deep compassion that the injured eagle and her cubs were able to regain their freedom and happiness. Even the smallest act of kindness has the power to make the world a better place. Let's all work together to protect wildlife and help nature's creatures to live freely. Thank you for watching to the end. Please comment, subscribe to our channel and give us a high rating. See you in the next video.